Good morning and welcome to the Sherri Lee Show for Monday, March 25th, end of the month, end of the quarter. I just got off of a great planning and accountability session with my VIP mastermind group, and to sit and talk to people, hey Shelly, and hear them hitting their goals over and over and over brings so much joy for me, but I see them stretching and achieving more, reaching for more, asking for more than they ever have before, because they can look back and say, oh, I hit last month's goals, so I'm going to be able to do a bigger thing next month. And we look at goals in a different way. In my community, in my life, we look at 4 quadrants in our goal setting. And Shelly, you know this, you were involved in the 2019 Badass Biz Planning. And this is a biz planner that I created that came up with these 4 quadrants because I asked myself, what areas of my life do I want to really be aware of and conscious of and make conscious choices in? And so we have the health quadrant, we have the business quadrant, we have the social quadrant, and we have the financial wealth quadrant. And we set goals in those for each quarter, for each month. And then we get together every Monday and do planning and accountability to help us hit those goals every month. So it's really, really exciting, and that's what I was just doing. But today we're going to talk about collecting leads from Facebook. And as you come on and join me, please say hi and let me know that you are here so that I can say hi to you. Please tag your Facebook page so that I can give you a shout out and you can get some visibility from joining me here. So, I'd love to help you get seen and visible by the world and help the world know about you and what you do. That's a big mission for me in my business, I'm realizing, is I really want to see, good morning, Wendy. Nice to see you. Please make sure to tell me what you do, where you are joining me from, and tag your Facebook business page as a comment so that other people can see what you do. You never know, you might meet a new client or customer right here on this show. And I've been really asking myself the question a lot lately about what is my purpose and what is my business's purpose. And I remember I've had that angst for years. I remember having a period of months when I was younger where I just didn't know why I even existed, what my purpose was, and it left me with a real feeling of loss in the pit of my stomach, just not knowing why I was here. And I had a lot of shit from my childhood, as we all do. We all have our stuff and our stories and, the things that we went through, and none of that's really relevant. But at the time, I didn't feel wanted or welcome or loved in my family. And to feel that way led me to not know what my purpose was. And, it's taken a long time. I'm starting to realize my purpose has got nothing to do with how people feel about me out the outside, that it's all about how I feel. And so I've been asking myself, what's the purpose of this business? What is the purpose of my existence? And what can I bring to this world and bring to you that would be a real contribution? And one of the things that I know I can do that I've always been able to do really well is give you a platform to tell the world about you. So I've spent time growing my page with, very connected, highly targeted people from all over the world. And I know that I can invite you to tag your business page because it gives you some more exposure off of the work that I've done. And so please share your Facebook page and let the world know who you are. Let my audience know who you are, because it's become apparent to me that that's one of my purposes. So now talking about collecting leads, and it would seem to be disconnected, but it's really not, because your purpose and who you serve and what you do and the value that you add is directly connected to how well you're going to do with collecting leads. Collecting leads. We talked about this, last week, and hey, we're starting a challenge today in the Badass Facebook Marketing Club, the Lickety Split Leads Challenge. And I called it that because you're going to get leads lickety split. It's a nice and easy way to get leads off of Facebook, and you can do it without even spending any money on the budget. So if you aren't in that group, I want you to go over and join it. It's the Badass Facebook Marketing Club, and then you will join the challenge to get the handout from today. But I'm going live there right after this to talk about the challenge. So if you want to join me, please go over. And so let's talk about collecting leads. We talked about what leads were last week. There's all kinds of different leads that you can collect. There's conversations that you have with people, getting people to like your Facebook business page, getting people to join your group, getting people to be your friend on Facebook, getting people to send messages to you and getting into those conversations with them, getting people to comment on your videos, on your posts. Those are all potential leads. They aren't all quite the same. They aren't all in the same place, and they aren't all going to be willing to buy from you today. However, they are in the process and moving towards that. Not everybody's going to buy from you. You're not going to be a fit for everyone, and that's okay. But I have 10 ways that I like to get leads on Facebook. Some are no cost, some are low cost. I'm going to share with you today for sure my one favorite, and then if you would like the other 10, type the word 10 as a comment in, and I will make sure that you get a link to get that list of 10. Some of those you will implement, some of them you won't, and that's perfectly fine. Take what works for you and discard the rest. My favorite way right now to collect leads on Facebook, and it's no cost. The caveat is, it works if you have a Facebook group. So if you don't have a Facebook group yet, this might not work for you. If you don't have a Facebook group though, ask yourself if you could add a Facebook group to your business, and would that contribute to your business, and would that help you reach more people and build relationships? You certainly can have a deeper connection with people in Facebook groups than you can on your Facebook page and on your profile. So just by getting people into your group is a lead of a sort on its own. So for example, I've got a group that's over 3,100 people. That's the Badass Facebook Marketing Club. And I consider every one of those people a lead for me and potentially for each other, because I give everybody a lot of opportunities to network in that group and to connect with each other and to share about their businesses in the hopes that they will find a way to work together and create partnerships. The thing I want though, I want to go deeper. All those 3,100 people I consider to be a lead to me, potentially. If I find the right thing that they need, if I connect with them. People like groups and then forget that they like them, never connect. So I have to do the work to get them to participate in the group. I have to create content that they're interested in. I have to help solve their problem in order for them to participate in the group. And when they participate in the group, they move themselves a little farther along in my relationship funnel that I have, because they've gone from just throwing a join to a group to participating in the group. But my favorite way, so this has been since August, that I have been using groups to collect leads is, you know that now when you have a Facebook group, Facebook allows you to ask 3 questions to pre-qualify people before you let them into your group. In those 3 questions, you can find out if these people are there to be supportive and to participate in the group the way that you want, or if they are not. So I ask 3 questions before people can enter my group. One of them is, how did you find out about this group? And I am amazed at the information I'm getting from that. I am finding out that people are recommending my little Facebook group all over the place. People that I'm not aware of, that I haven't met, that I don't know, and yet they know about my group and me by reputation, and they recommend it to their audience. That's tremendous. So I'm finding out who's recommending me, which is always a wonderful thing. So that's question one. How did you find out about this group? Question two is, what is your biggest challenge with Facebook, with marketing your business on Facebook right now? So I find out from people what their challenges are in growing their businesses on Facebook, which allows me to create content that's of value to them. So the number one, not the number one thing, but I find that most of the people's challenges fall into three categories: being visible, getting engagement, getting leads. That's really the three categories people have challenges with, and I've learned that. So my first question is, how did you hear about me? How did you hear about the group? What's your biggest challenge with marketing on Facebook? And the third question is, would you like to receive my 25 questions to ask on your Facebook page to explode your engagement? These are 25 tried and tested questions that we've used that get engagement because they work. And when I asked them, would you like to receive that? If yes, just enter your email address here and I will send it to you. So they are now giving me their email addresses to enter my group. Now I have a spreadsheet and I have all the information there so that I keep track of it. I know exactly when they were entered. They get entered into my email list. They get immediately sent those 25 questions and a welcome. And of course, to be honoring of anti-spam laws, I tell them they can opt out at any time. Since September, when I instituted these three questions and added that one question at the end where I offered them a freebie in exchange for their email address, they do not have to answer that. If they answer the other two questions and then say nothing to that third question, they still get in the group, but they don't get that freebie. So since September, when I instituted this, I have added over 300 people to my email list, no charge. Now, some people, some of these big Facebook marketers are going to say, oh, that's nothing. I can do 300 people in a week. Sure, I can do 300 people in a week too. I have a client getting almost 300 leads a day, but we're running Facebook ads and she's spending money on that. This is my favorite free way of getting leads. And what I've been able to do is I've been able to track those people who have come to me, and I don't have the exact numbers, but I know a number of them have signed up for the 1,000 Likes game and have signed up for the Content Creation Club out of that. So they came to me cold into my group. They wanted a gift that I had for them. They signed up and gave me their email address, and within 2 or 3 emails, they were purchasing from me. That's a pretty short cycle to go from unknown to a purchase. And once somebody makes a purchase, I don't care what the price of that purchase is that they've made, they are a client to me now, and they will always be a client to me in my world. So that's just one of the ways that I have to grow your leads on Facebook, to collect leads on Facebook. Now, if you want another one that I'm going to be sharing in the Lickety Split Leads Challenge, that's starting today. In fact, I'm jumping off of here and going straight into the Badass Facebook Marketing Club to share a video there on training on the first day. So I'm going to put the link in here for the Lickety Split Leads Challenge so you can sign up to that if you'd like that, because you'll get a second training on how to collect leads from that. And I'll put the link to the Badass group if you want to come to the Badass group and join me there. And if you would like to know the other 9 ways that I love to collect leads on Facebook, please type the number 10, and I see some people are already doing that. Type the number 10 and I will share that report with you later today so that you can see the other ways that you can collect leads on Facebook. So anybody have any questions that you want to ask me about around business, around online businesses, around Facebook, anything like that? If you have a question, please let me know. And don't forget, let me know where you're watching me from and share your Facebook page and tell us what you do. My big mug of tea. All right, so I see a bunch of people are seeing 10. I'm going to give you the link shortly in a little bit here so you can claim that and get that report. So my number one favorite way of collecting leads these days is having people give you an email address for something of value in order to be entered into your group. All right, now if you would like some support in the Leads Challenge, join me in the Lickety Split Leads. And we come together every Monday at this time. I believe normally it's at 10 a.m. Today we put it at, no, yeah, that's right. No, it's 10 o'clock every week, sorry. So join me again next week. And if you have questions, send me a message. If you have a challenge, if you have something you're trying to understand around Facebook marketing, please let me know, and I will be happy to discuss that on these Facebook Lives. Every week we come together, and I want to help you grow your business. So I want to know what you need to know so that I can talk specifically to that, okay? Let me see. Shelly says she's looking forward to more info on how to grow her group and utilize it better. Awesome. And Wendy is in Abbotsford, vacationspricedright.com, travel club to teach people how to travel at the best price possible. Wendy, I love that. I'm going to be checking that out. Do you have a Facebook page? Put that link in there so that I can check out your Facebook page and like your page as well. Okay, you guys, if there's no questions, thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for you and your time today. And if you have a group, think about what you could offer people in your group in exchange for their email address so that you could ask that question and collect leads from your group. And I will send off the report with the other 9 ways to collect leads on Facebook to you shortly. All right, you guys, see you next week. Thanks so much for being here. See you on Facebook.